Okay, come into the warmth a little bit now. So now we're inside the sports barn. So straight away, what you won't be looking out for throughout this video is the internal finishes. Okay, so I'll sort of give you a walkthrough of the area and maybe an explanation as to why we've chosen different finishes. So towards the right here, we've got solid block wall. The other side of that block wall is the main sports barn. So that's why that needed to be solid wall, because you want the sound not to travel through into this corridor, changing room, office area. But then if you look here, we've got a carpet as we come in. Obviously we've got the solid concrete floor. I've got some pictures of the floor going in, which I'll put into the PowerPoint. But you can see we've got carpet as we come in. There's one of the steel columns going all the way up, and you can see that the blockwork knits into the back there. Not a very good finish. They've left the hole you can get behind, and I can feel the foam expansion joint behind there, and the blockwork would be fixed in there with a shot tie. Now here there's a design feature on the steel frame where you've got this X, and that's just a lateral restraint bar. So there'll be various points where those are there just to tie the uprights together. We've got blockwork this side into the changing rooms, and then if we look at the ceiling, we've got these ceiling tiles. So up there's a void. So you would use them if you've got a high ceiling. You would put them in because then it just seals off the high ceiling area. But up there, all the services are. So all the heating pipes, all the electrical pipes, everything is hidden up there. And those tiles can just push up and you can see up. If I can find a set of steps, I shall have a go at that. But then as we come through, we change the floor covering, has changed now to a lino. Okay, and you can see that. Now if we just have a look down there, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you can see the lino. You can almost see trowel marks in the concrete floor, little ripples in the floor. So that's not a particularly good finish. Something's gone wrong there, or not gone particularly right. Whether it was the concrete trowel finish, we're using the power floats that we saw in one of the other videos, or whether it's with the underlay of the lino. But even so, not particularly great. Now, as I've said, another steel stanchion there. That's brick, that's block, solid block work. Now this, for instance, I know straight away, that's a stud partition wall. That'll be steel, and that's not plastered. That's just boarded and then painted, is that. Same on the other side. And you'll see this coming through. Again, this fire door is a stud partition wall done in steel. Hopefully the lights will come on. There we go, look at that design feature, that is. Energy efficient. The lights only come on when you're actually moving around. When there's no movement, the lights go off. So that's an interesting design feature when we're thinking about sustainability and stuff like that. So this wall, now tapping that, you might all say, stud partition wall. Well, it isn't, because I know, because I was on the build obviously, that is a blockwork wall, because the gym is still the other side there. So what we've got instead is this is something called dot and dab. So this is a plasterboard, and it's stuck with little dabs onto the wall, but in other places it's hollow, and that's why it gives you that feeling. And these piers are stud partition around the columns that we saw in the other corridor, but because we're coming into the reception area, there's a better finish. Do you understand what I mean? We're covering some of the ugly steels up so you can't see them. That's what it's all about. Aesthetically, it looks cleaner and is finished better. And again, as you come into the main entrance, there's a bit of carpet so you can clean your feet as you come in before it changes to lino. And then as we come up here, This is the reception area, which you've got to think about. I can't see much in the way of seating in the seating area. That might be something that you might want to include. And then there's the vending machine area for snacks and drinking. And then we're going to go down there in a minute. There's a whole corridor all the way down there. And we'll cover some of the other stuff that's in there as well in a second.